Hello, hello! It's a Tuesday and I'm back from getting about and having so much fun at On Stage. And as you can see on my mat here, I have artwork to show you and the cutest card, and I'm just getting the gadgeting. And it's obviously another night that everything can conspire against me as the clip just fell off the microphone. So it's okay. Everything is going to be fine. Right, let's open up that. So hopefully you can actually see what I'm going to do. And then, so you can see what I'm seeing. It's a beautiful thing, right? Ta-da! It all works. Okay, so I made these mini albums, and you've seen me make these gatefold mini albums before. And I made one for each of the three friends that we were all rooming together at backstage. Janine, my upline in Texas, my sideline Stephanie, and then my downline Debbie. We all went. There were hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people there. It was amazing. We got to play with some product. We got lots and lots of really good speakers, met people from all around the world, met up with old friends that I've known from my close to my heart days from Australia and Canada and New Zealand and all the places, and we had so much fun. Got to see a Cirque du Soleil show, so much fun. So I got back, got out my little selfie printer, which is what I use for when I'm doing a mini album, and I thought I'd share with you this cute little album, some of the lagoons thread that I used, and then this was the image on our literature that we had. Yes, one of me looking not bad actually, all things considered. And then you can see as it spreads out, you'll see some of the photos. Here's Janine, here's Stephanie and Debbie and I, and then with Christine and with Jennifer. These are my two friends from Canada. And then I've added journaling. Now, I've added a lot more photo mats than were technically designed to go in here because I couldn't stop adding photos. So it's a bit bulkier than actually it's meant to be, but it all folds out and then we have these cute photos. Look how fun. So the general session, oh, that's where my spare flower went. General session, there were all sorts of photo ops. We went out for dinner. Me again, and then my two friends from Australia, Shelley and Wendy, so I got to spend time with them as well. Those are just two of the friends I spent time with. I've got lots more photos, so I just try to sort of wiggle them around and sort of stagger them so they're not too bulky. And then we went to dinner at the Grand Wok Noodle bar. And you know, the best part of a good meal and spending time with really good friends is when you're having so much fun, you forget to take photos of the people and you only take photos of the food. It was a blast. We had so much fun. And then we went to see Car. That was the Cirque du Soleil show. And if I bring up this photo, I'm hoping that you can see it on the camera. This piece spun round and round like a wheel, and then these guys were inside the wheel like a hamster wheel going round, and then this guy actually got up on the top of his wheel and was skipping and jumping on the top. It was, if you've never seen Car, I can highly recommend it. That's actually my second time of seeing it, and it was absolutely fabulous. It really was. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So here we are with the Cirque du Soleil. It was a 20-year show. Janine and I, and then all four of us again with the MGM Lion. So yeah, lots and lots of great photos. Like I said, 2 photos would probably be optimum to go in this little album without all the little pockets on the side, but you know I'm not going to leave it like that. Haha, of course I'm not. And then our closing banquet, or our closing event, Stamping Up, had brought the feather hat bar into the convention center, and we got to make cowboy hats. So here's my friend Jackie and Kylie, both from Australia as well. And then I've left room for journaling, and then here is Sarah, the CEO of Stampin' Up, and I together. So we had so much fun. The next event is On Stage, which is like a convention, or what we would call convention, and that is in March, and I am on a countdown for signing up in at the end of this month, and that's in California. So somewhere nice and warm when it's cold and snowy here in the mitten. Anyway, so I thought I'd share that with you. Another thing I want to share with you, which is super, super fun, and this is a sign-up class I'm doing. So let me show you this bit for a start. Yes, this is my sample. So this is the new Remembering Christmas mini album, and I am doing 2 classes here at my house, one on November 1st and one on November 10th. Okay, there will be a kit including this book, a bonus card which I'll show you in a minute, and all the photo mats included. If you are interested, you need to send me a message ASAP so I can order this book ready for you, and then let me know whether the 1st or the 10th works for you. Now you're going to say, Sarah, I don't live near you. How do I get my hands on this kit? Well, you need to shoot me a message ASAP, and I will get with you and we will sort it out and figure out a way that we can get you this bonus card and photo mats to you, and we can absolutely do that. So if you can't attend one of the in-person classes, that's okay. Just let me know ASAP if you are interested. Okay, so I thought I'd share it with you because this is so much fun. So this kit comes with all of the punch outs, the stickers. You can see where I've added a little bit of Wink of Stella to the top of the Christmas tree, and then I've added additional photo mats to go in the pocket, which I will give you. Oh, turn 2 pages at once. Again, we've got shiny stickers, we have regular stickers, we have punch outs and dies, and look at this cute shaped Christmas card page. Love it. And I've done sparkle and shine. Now you don't have to use these words. You might have a family name or a different phrase you want to put on, which you absolutely can. And then some of these pages fold out as well, and again you can see where I've added those photo mats. This one I've put the little pocket on the side. You could put it up and down and have the pieces pulling in and out the top. It's entirely up to you. More photo mats. This one all about hot chocolate and snowmen and fun like that. I've done a page all about recipes, and again we've got more photo mats and areas that you could actually write recipes on if you really wanted to. Look at the cute gingerbread man. So cute. And then again, look how fun this is, the cute little Christmas house. And again, another pocket that you could put a photo mat in, or you could put any little ticket stubs if you've been somewhere to see a show. And then talking of shows, how about some Christmas movies? A photo of you all eating popcorn, watching your favourite Christmas movies, and you can make a list. Isn't that so much fun? It has a band so you can keep it closed and keep all the pieces in. So you will receive that book with the photo mats, and then here is your bonus Christmas card if you sign up for this class. Yes, isn't that fun? So if you live out of state, we can, or you don't live near, I can ship it to you. So again, let me know ASAP. Send me a message if you are interested in doing that Christmas class. All right, so I know we're hustling tonight. I know we are. I have a cute card to show you, and you will need a pen and a piece of paper to write down sizes and cuts. Okay, I've done you a little cutting guide, and we're going to be also using the words from this set. This is that Joyful Tidings set, and this is that wreath that I just showed you on that bonus card. Isn't it pretty? I think it's such a beautiful set. I love this with the oranges and the pine cones. That's my next card to make because I think this is glorious. The reference number for this set, and because this is a rubber set, is 165944. Now I went ahead and I stamped my phrase. I'm using this one, may the wonder and magic of Christmas fill you with delight. I used that already, and I stamped it in garden green to match the paper that I'm going to use, and I did that ahead of time just to make life easier so that we are not online for 7.5 weeks. Okay. So let's have a look and see. Hi, Fiona. And December 1st and December 10th, not November. Thank you, Pamela, for correcting me on that. Okay, so this is the card that I'm going to show you how to make. Now, talking of Fiona, Fiona saw this card at my monthly crop the weekend before last, and she said, are you going to teach me how to make that? Yes, my sweet friend, I am absolutely going to teach you how to make this. And it opens like that. Isn't that fun? So much fun. Okay, so this is what we're going to make. Ooh, yes. All right, so have you got your pen and your piece of paper? Give me some thumbs up or give me some hearts if you have a pen and paper to write on, so you can write all this down. And I did take a photo, so I will do a photo with this cutting guide on it as well. Yes, I love that. We have some hearts. Okay, here we go. So this is a 5.5-inch tall by 10.5-inch wide. So gotenko kukeru jutengo dozo for my Japanese friends. So 5.5 inches tall, 10.5 inches wide. It is scored at 3.5 and at 7. So santengo and nana inches dozo arigato. So basically each panel is 3.5 inches. All right? Are we good? Give me some thumbs up. We need the thumbs up. So 5.5 by 10, scored at 3.5 and scored at 7. Okay, right. Well, the next thing we're going to do is you are going to measure in, and I'm actually going to show you on my paper trimmer because it's actually a little bit easier. All right, and you can see where the score line's in. You are going to measure in 1.75 inches. So that's 1.75. Ichiten nanago dozo. All right, and let me move my blade out of the way. And you are going to come down. You move your cutting blade out of the way. Bring your score blade down, and you're going to come down 0.75 of an inch. So that's 3/4 of an inch. 0.10 nanago dozo. Okay, so you're going to score just 3/4 of an inch. Okay, now take your score blade down to the bottom, and again you're going to come up 3/4 of an inch. So 0.10 nanago, 0.10 nanago. So 3/4 of an inch, 3/4 of an inch. Okay, and you're at the 1.75 inch mark. Does that make sense? So you're just scoring here and here. You're going to flip it round. Exactly the same. 1.75. Ichiten nanago. And you're going to score 3/4 of an inch and 3/4 of an inch. Okay? Okay, you're all like scribbling frantically. Give me some fingers up or give me some hearts if this makes sense. It will all make sense in a minute. Oh, you're all scribbling. No hearts, no thumbs. Oh, that worries me. Okay. When you've done that, you're going to put your paper into your paper trimmer at the 3/4 of an inch mark, which is here, and you're going to cut from that score line to the 3.5 inch piece. Okay, so let's do this. So you slide your blade, because there's a line that goes across, and you're going to line this with. All right, I'm going to put it back at that 3/4 of an inch mark. You're going to move your blade down to the 7 inch mark, and again you're going to cut down 1.75 inches. Okay, so line up, so that's there. All right, can you see? And you're going to cut it there. You're going to turn it. You're going to do exactly the same thing. And when you've done that, you'll put it back into your paper trimmer at 3.5 inches, lift up your blade, bring it back up to that 3/4 of an inch mark. You're going to cut down to 3/4 of an inch from the bottom. Okay? Right. And you will end up, my friends, with this. So you cut here and here. here and here. You then turn it, and then you'll cut between those two cut lines, okay? It will all make sense, I promise you. Let me move this out of the way, and I will leave this here for a second. And I've got a photo which shows you these two pieces, and I will post that up, so don't panic. Don't panic. But if you want to take a screenshot, you absolutely can. All right? So that's what it will look like. Okay? Please, somebody give me a heart or something, a thumbs up, so I know that everybody's okay. All right? Okay, so I left that there for a second. So you can always come back and re-watch it and see all the measurements. Okay, let's do this then. So you are going to fold it at that 3.5 inch mark, and you're also going to fold it at that 7 inch mark. Okay, nice and easy. And then you can come back and fold it back on itself. So poke the tab out and you'll be good. Now, could you have just scored it all the way down? Yes, you could have done, but then you'll end up with a line that you can see, and then people end up bending it wrong and it's a mess. So I actually find it easier to get it into that state. Okay? We likey? All right. So let's go ahead and decorate it, shall we? Now again, I've already pre-cut and organised all the pieces on here to make life easier. So we're going to do the middle piece first. This piece is 5.25 by 3.25. So 5.25 by 3.25. And I'm actually going to use, please let there be enough glue in here. I'm going to use the Tombow liquid glue, because any liquid glue will help this card be that little bit stiffer. Okay, so I'll just squidge my adhesive onto the back, and it also makes it a little bit easier for me because I'm not working directly over my work. I'm working in front of myself, so it's difficult for me to line stuff up. All right, so I already went ahead and I've cut my piece of paper. This is 4.75 by 2.75. So, oops, sorry, all those pieces. 4.75 by 2.75, and you can see that I've already attached my ribbon to it. And this cute green stripy ribbon is the garden green ribbon, which is the same color ink, 167212, and that's what I'm using because I love it. Okay, so I already stamped my words in my garden green ink, and let me just put some adhesive on the back of this. Okay, and we are going to center that on there. See, it's nice and easy. Now, we're going to do something fun. I took a piece of the plaid paper, and I'm going to show you where all this paper comes from in a minute. This is 1.25 by 3.25, and we're going to put it on the bottom there. And we're just going to glue it down on 3 sides, just a skinny amount of adhesive on 3 sides, okay? Because we're forming a pocket. You knew where we were going with this. So just line that up along the bottom. Everybody good? So you can make this piece as big or as little as you like. I have done it. You're going to make it the same width as this paper, but if you wanted to make a deeper pocket, you could. If you wanted to make a skinnier pocket, you could. If you wanted to move the pocket up, you could. It's your choice. All right. Let's do this panel. So I have another piece of white cardstock, which is going to go here. And this piece is 3.75 by 3.25. So 3.75 by 3.25. Okay. And I'm just going to center it on that section. All right. I do have another piece, exactly the same, 3.75 by 3.25, and it's going to go on that side. All right. How are you liking this so far? Have I got hearts? Do you love it? And I have 2 giveaways from last week's class as well. So our winners from last week's class who told me that they had shared their artwork were Vanessa and Fiona. Yay! Vanessa and Fiona are our 2 winners from last week's class. All right, I have another piece of plaid which is going to go here, and this piece is 3.5 by 3, so 3.5 by 3, and I have a same size 3.5 by 3, and that one is going to go there. This is actually a super easy little card. Everybody thinks it's super difficult, but it really isn't. Okay, I actually like that plaid this way. All right, and again that gets centered on that white. Again, it helps make that folded piece stronger. And I'm going to show you where this paper is from in just a second, because I need some space to show out all of the patterns from it. Okay. It is a 6 by 6 paper that I've trimmed down. I love this this little green diamond pattern in the back. It almost reminded me of wallpaper. That's where I was going with that. Now, I have a 1/4 inch, so 0.25 inch piece of plaid, and it's the same width as this piece here, so it is 3 inches. And we're just going to put a really skinny line of adhesive, just itty bitty little dots, and I'm going to glue it along the bottom edge of that piece. I just wanted to bring a bit of the plaid in, so we've got it in all 3 places. All right. We have some brown dot paper, and we'll add that on. This is 1 inch wide, 1 inch by 3 inches. There we go, and put that piece down. All right, now we get to the fun stuff. Oh, we have all these pieces. I have 8 pieces. Now, usually all of these are cut 1/4 inch smaller, so 3.25 inches wide, 3.5. These I have cut a little bit bigger. So remember, this section here is 3/4 inch. I've actually cut these, and I know it's probably difficult for you to see. If I move my mat over, it makes it a little bit easier, and I'm hoping you can see. These pieces of paper are 5/8 by 1 5/8. So that's the measurement that is halfway between 1/2 and 3/4. So 5/8 by 1 5/8, and I have 8 pieces, and they are going to go into all of these sections: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So let me just start gluing these down. It'll just take me a second. And again, by using that liquid adhesive, it just adds a little bit of strength to this cardstock. I like to do it when it's an interactive card. Obviously I'll use my tape runner as well when I'm layering up pieces, but I just have my liquid adhesive out, so we're going to use it. All right, anybody got any questions? Type them up in the comments and I will look in just a second. So these 5/8 pieces just give a tiny amount all the way around, but look how pretty it is already. All right, just takes, this is the most time consuming bit, is doing these paper pieces, these skinny little bits. Okay, everybody good? I couldn't believe how warm it was in Las Vegas. It was glorious. It was freezing when I left here last Monday morning, and it was 81 degrees in Las Vegas. It was glorious. Another reason to move somewhere warm, I think, because it is chilly out there this morning. Woo! That grass felt a little crispy. I'm thinking it was frosty this morning. It certainly wasn't much above freezing, if anything. All right. So, for those of you who aren't doing anything Saturday and Sunday, come and visit me in Waterford. I am doing the Shipshewan on the road You can see their website, Shipshawana on the Road. You'll see all their events, and I'm at the Waterford event this coming weekend. All right, so I have a piece of white. This piece is 3 inches by 2.5, and we're going to pop it there because that's where you will write your sentiment on. So 3 inches by 2.5, and this, we're going to just center that. Oh, actually, I've got a piece of ribbon here. Let's put that on there. Seeing as I didn't stick it down already. Come on, ribbon. My fingers are gluey or my nails are gluey, which is more to the point. Come on, ribbon. Stick down. I'm going to just tuck it in and hope that I've got it on straight. Hope for the best. There we go. Oh, I like that. And that's where you'd write, to Sarah, lots of love from Fiona. To Sarah, lots of love from Pamela. All right, there we go. And Victoria is going to be joining me on Saturday, and then Pam is going to be joining me on Sunday in Waterford. So make sure you come and say hello. I have a free make and take, so come and make it with us because it's going to be so much fun. All right, we have a Christmas tree. Now, these are all punch outs, the presents that I'm using. And the Christmas tree, these are all punch outs, and I'm going to share those with you in a minute. Yes, we need 3D foam tape. I was asking myself if we needed 3D foam tape, but you ask a silly question and you're going to get a silly answer because of course we need 3D foam tape. Why would we not need 3D foam tape? All of the 3D foam tape, right? Oh, this is cute. All right, we do want to add my saying. I do have a little saying in here. So I'm actually going to add that in first. This saying is on a piece of cardstock, which is 3/4 of an inch wide. But you could make it any width depending on how big your saying was, okay? So let's put my tree down so it looks like it's on the carpet. Oh, look at that. And I'm going to zoom in on all of the details in just a second because, like I said, it is so much fun. So we'll put the little presents next to the tree because you know Christmas is my favourite time of year. Okay, so I decorated my tree earlier on with my Wink of Stella. Oh, I've got my present on upside down. Ooh, that was close. There we go. And then I went over it, and I'll do an up close and personal in a minute. We're going to put Believe there. So we're going to use a glue dot. Now, if I was a glue dot, where would I have put you? Because I had them about 10 minutes ago, and they're on this clear sheet. This is what gets me. It's because they're on a clear sheet. And because they're on a clear sheet, they disappear into the mess. No, I don't have my tree up yet, Wendy. There they are. They were under the album. Shocker, I know. We're going to have to do some serious rethinking of the tree situation this year because with one small grandson who climbs and is into everything, my tree is not going to last. So I'm thinking that we put the tree up in the dining room behind the baby gate where he can't get at it, and I just decorate the mantelpiece. That's where my thought is going with this. And then he'll be able to look at it through the stair gate because otherwise he's going to be pulling stuff off right, left and centre. I know this child. He is my light. He really is. And we're going to put that bow on like that. Look how cute that is. Oh, it needs some gems. And we're going to use these garden green gems because they are the Earth Tones Shimmer Gems 164070. Now, I'm not sure if these are still available. So, if they aren't, pick gems that you like yourself. Now, I did like those green gems, but I'm just seeing that they've got some brown in here too, which the tan colour would be really cute, although they're not going to really show up. I could use, no, I'm going to go with my first thing because we're going to actually put some in the tree so it looks like the tree has ornaments on it. Of course we are. Hello, have we met? So you can see that it has little red dots already, which were printed on the die cut. And I went over them with my Wink of Stella, and then I went over it with the fine tip glue. Oh, I think I need another one. Yeah, I do. Do I need one more? Yeah, of course I do. Yes, there we go. Love that. And look at me getting all clever. Let's do a brown one underneath, and then it looks like a stem. Ding, I'm good. Oh, I do like that. Now, do I need to put a little green one on the top of the presents? Yes, I do. There we go. All right. And then let's put a couple by the saying. Let's put one. You know what I like about all these gems is that you have room to be generous. Now, it's looking a bit bare up here, so I have one more present. So we are going to stick it. No. Was that the right present? No, it isn't. We're going to put that one there because I have another present previously organised up here, which is a bigger present, which I like. And I'm going to show you with the Wink of Stella what I did, because this again has little tiny dots on it. So we'll Wink of Stella it, but I'm not going to put the fine tip glue on it because obviously it takes time to dry. It doesn't dry instantly. So with my cunningly disguised Wink of Stella, which is right here, all you do is you're just going to touch it to those dots. And suddenly your present is sparkly and gorgeous and very openable, and I'm utterly in love with it. And you can faff around with these as much as you like. So I coloured in my star, and then I touched all my red dots on that. And of course this has got little red dots on it too. Oh, this one is going to be completely sparkly because those dots are tiny and even I can't do that. We love that. And let's do the stripes on that present. And then let's come down and we'll come around and we'll just, because this has got such a skinny little tassel on it, we like that. Okay, so somewhere on here, cunningly disguised. Oh, for crying out loud. It's here, it's underneath the dots. You could put a gift card in here. That's why we did the pocket. You could also take photos of for your family photo and send out your family photo in here. This photo is 1.5 by 2.5. Obviously, it's a little bit wide, but you get the drift. You do a 3 by 2 photo in that pocket. Okay, and then it closes up like that. Isn't that cool? Do you love it? Now, I did make an additional panel to show you what it would look like, and I did it with a little cardinal because I know everybody loves their cardinals. Okay, let's stick Mickey Mouse back in there. It was the only gift card I had right here to show you. Okay, so that was just an additional panel, and then here's my original one that I made, and this had all of the ornaments. And you're going to say, Sarah, where did you get that flippin' adorable paper? Well, my friends, let me show you. It is, please hold, the Christmas Tags and More paper, and it is 165907. So Ichi Roku Go Q0 Nana die tie. Right, so let me show you all the fun stuff. It has this adorable paper. So you can see where I used this section here. I used the dot section on here, and the back of it is the green. Okay, so that is paper number 1, and you get lots of it. You get like 8 sheets of each or something equally ridiculous. Lots. Here is my plaid, which we're obsessed with, right? And then here is the mistletoe paper, which is beautiful. We love it. A little bit of greenery. Love that. This piece, look at this fabulosity. So this is this piece here. So I've cut the wreath, and the nice thing about this is where they have that panel on, just like with the ornament paper, this section is 4 inches. So if you cut it down to 5 1/4, now you can put it on a card base with a little bit of trim. Yeah, love that. And then again, this cute paper on the side, and the other side of that is not the mistletoe. It is mistletoe. We don't have mistletoe on too. Or did I already show you the mistletoe? No, the back of the plaid is this one. I have picked up an additional sheet of mistletoe. That's what it was. Right, so this one is this one on the back. I apologise. This one is the mistletoe on the back. And then the final one I am obsessed with. This is all tags. So you can actually just cut this into sections along the score line. So this would be the 3-inch, and then 2 inches and 2 inches, and then you could attach them to different cards, and that is a lovely gingham on the back. And again, you get all of these different sheets. So here you could actually just cut them on and mat them on a piece of white cardstock, just a little bit bigger. Punch a hole in the top and thread some ribbon, and you have 6 gift cards or gift tags right there. Adorable. Or you can add them to the front of a card. Now, the fun thing is it also comes with 4 sheets of punch outs, which is where I got my tree, my presents, the cardinal, the ornaments, and you can see where I've already used them. Look at this cute one here. These are the bells. I was going to put bells up here instead, but I decided to go with the present when I decided to make the pocket. So you've got greenery, you have a wreath, you have ornaments, there's Christmas stockings. You get 2 sheets of each of those, and then you also get 2 sheets of the additional ornaments and tags and candy canes. So you actually have 2 candy canes, which is fun. So you have a left and a right, and then there's another one there. So you've got 2 sets. So there's one red one, and there's one red one, and then one red and green and a red and green. Poinsettias. So much fun with these dies. I absolutely love this paper. I really, really do. So this is the Christmas tags and more paper pack. And as I say, there's another embellishment idea. And again, if I hold this up, it's nice and easy to see. If I get the light on it, let's tilt these up just a whisker, you can see that they're shiny. So I went over them with my Wink of Stella, and then I came in with the fine tip glue and just put a little dot on it and then set it aside to dry. I also coloured in the eye on my red cardinal with a black tip marker, and then again just a tiny dot of that same fine tip glue over the top, set it aside, and now it's shiny and slightly raised. So I hope you love my little pocket gatefold card as much as I do. I think it's adorable, and I hope that you love this paper as much as me, because I just think it's fabulous. I really, really do. It is so much fun to play with all of the different patterns. And let me just flip one sheet over so you can see those different patterns on the back. And it inspires you to go ahead and make some tags and more yourself. All right, I will see you next Tuesday. Have a fabulous week wherever you are. And my 2 winners are Fiona and Vanessa. So I will be reaching out to you and mailing your card. Okie dokie, bye.